lot different offensively, a lot more potent the last couple games than at Notre Dame. Um, Players and Cal have said it's mostly about moving the ball, not holding the ball. What for you been the biggest change, and do you think that what we've seen these last couple games is
For me, there was really like no big change. As a team, we
Heck,
figured.
well, unfortunately, it's more rain. Sorry.
So as a team, we figured that we needed to share the ball more. In the Notre Dame game, we didn't share the ball a lot. We didn't have a lot of assists that game, and it showed. That's why we didn't play to the level that we should have played. But these past two games, we've shared the ball, we made shots, and that was the big difference in those two games than the Notre Dame game. And we need to start playing like that because obviously it's working for us. So I think we'll continue to share the ball. Um, but once we share the ball, we got to make shots. And I believe everyone's confidence is high right now. So we should be good doing that as well.
Questions for Jacob, guys. John Hale, go ahead.
Like, we see so much about or hear so much about your athleticism and your energy. How much of that is on your mind when you're going into these games to provide that, even if you're not necessarily putting up a bunch of points?
I don't think it's on my mind at all because I take pride in that. I'm an energy guy. Like I'm always, even off the court, I have a lot of energy, so it's not really on my mind. But in the game, that's what I'm gonna provide. I'm gonna provide energy. I'm gonna do the hustle. I'm gonna make hustle plays. I'm gonna do whatever I need to do to help this team win. And if that's not scoring, that's not a problem to me because everyone else can score and we can win games without me scoring. So like that's not a problem. But hustle plays, that energy is going to bring buckets to my name. So I'm not really worried about scoring. I'm worried about other things I can do to help this team win.
Larry Vaught will go to you, and then Jerry Tipton.
Yeah, Jacob, you talked about when you shared the ball, that everything went a whole lot better. But explain it, is because you shared the ball better, why you made shots, or did you make shots and that led to sharing the ball better? How does that kind of work together?
So after the Notre Dame game, coach emphasized the word swagger. And I feel like since that day, everyone has tried to compose a swagger, and it's helping a lot. Everyone's confidence is building from that in practice. We're making shots. So we found a way to translate that to the games and sharing the ball, having that swagger, running up and down the floor, like bringing that energy is going to provide you with the shots that you need. And you just got to knock it down. And I believe everyone's, like I said before, has that confidence to knock down the shots now because of that swagger.
Jerry Tipton, go ahead.
Yeah, Jacob, I wonder, that makes me wonder where the swagger was prior to, Notre Dame.
Um, it wasn't there. I don't think we were really worried about the swagger. I think we were worried about like just winning basketball games, and we were too focused on that it led to just us being very cautious about what we do. And you can't play cautious because that's when you make mistakes. So after that game, we realized that we just need to go out there and play basketball and play for one another and share the ball. And that's what we did these past two games. And you've seen the outcome.
And I wonder too, as you know, I'm sure the Missouri coach is going to miss the game. He's got COVID, and there's games being canceled here and there. How I'm wondering if you guys have adapted to the new variant. You know what I mean? Has the lifestyle changed at all? How up in the air does everything seem to you right now?
We're definitely the best team in the country when it comes to COVID protocols. Everyone's healthy. We're all doing the necessary precautions that we need to do so we can play games. And coach always said, if there's games canceled, we're going to have other games. We're going to have backups to our backups. So we're definitely prepared for anything that's coming our way. And at the end of the day, we're just going to be the last team standing because we're taking, like I said, the necessary protocols to this COVID stuff, and we're definitely prepared for anything.
Are you guys still mingling with each other? You know what I mean? Playing ping pong or whatever it is. You're not isolated in your rooms.
Yeah, right before this, I was playing Bryce and Kareem in pool. So we're definitely still mingling with one another. We're working out together. Everyone still has that connection, and we're building off of that.
Thank you.
Mitch Brown will go to you, and then Kyle, I'll circle back to you next.
Jacob, obviously in conference play, the teams you guys are familiar with, but as you get out of the non-conference slate, is there, I guess, a mentality reset as you get ready, or kind of a new season mindset as you start conference play? Oh no.
I don't think it's a reset. I think it's just building off what we already started. Yesterday in practice, I heard Saver say, um, now that conference play is coming, we're going to have to communicate a lot more. And I agree with him. And that's the leader he is. And that just shows what type of person he is. He's always looking out for his teammates. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to communicate more. I think that's the only change we need to make. SEC play, I believe, is going to be a lot more physicality. So we're definitely working on being physical in practice. We're going at each other. So I think we're going to be well prepared for SEC play.
Kyle Tucker will go to you, and then Tyler Thompson.
Had the crazy helicopter layup in the last game, and you've obviously had some wild dunker. At what point in your launch pattern do you, or up to it, do you decide what you're going to do in the air?
I don't know.
How do you do that quick computation?
I don't know. I just go with the flow of the game, to be honest. That 360 layup, Davion passed me the ball, and the guy really like cut off my lane. So if I would have never spun, I would have probably fell. So I had to do the spin, and I was ready in the air, so I had to put it up, and I made the layup. So that was really just going with the flow of the game.
And this is a follow-up to that. Can you sense, it's kind of a nebulous thing, it's hard to quantify, but can you sense the value of energy it brings to a team when there's a moment like that, whether it's a layup or a crazy dunk? You put it down on somebody, that it just kind of spikes the energy for the whole team.
100% brings energy. But if that's not happening, how are we going to bring the energy a different way? And I believe our bench has been great. On the bench, everyone's bringing energy. If someone's not playing a lot, they're still bringing energy. So it just shows the bond that we have as a team, and it shows how we're just very connected and how we want to see everyone succeed.
Tyler Thompson, you've got next.
Hey Jacob, it looks like you guys hosted the Dawson Springs high school teams yesterday. What was it like to have them at practice after everything they've been through, and maybe bring a smile to their face?
It was great. I didn't know who they were until after practice, but Coach explained to us who they were and what they went through. And it's devastating to see these people go through these certain things in their life. And Coach always emphasizes it's by the grace of God that it didn't hit where we are. And we're going to pray for them. Some of them got minor damage to their houses, but nothing major. So we're grateful for that. But it was definitely a good experience seeing them and being able to put a smile on their face after all they been through.
Anything else for Jacob? All right, folks, give me just a few minutes.